And we are back for the Marble Invites here in Event 5. This event, the relay race, and it marks the first event of the second half of the season, so teams down in the order have to get a move on in this event here on out. I am Ramen Powder, and I'll be joined by Spenny from the Board Networks Marble Championship.
And I am very happy to be here. I did the last two events, the funnel endurance and the block pushing, and now we are here with one of the fastest and most strategic events on the calendar. A very classic event is this one, along with many of the other events that we are doing. But here we are, Heat 1, Valiant Vanillas, Blood Moons, Wishful Spheroids, and the Eggs. It's the Blood Moons off to a great start, and it will be the Blood Moons and the Wishful Spheroids advancing.
Yeah, those two got a great start after the first handoff, and they never really looked back. You can see Team Clarity and the Eggs, they're trying to... No, that's the Valiant Vanillas and the Eggs trying to catch up, but they just cannot do it. Blood Moons, a great victory. Wishful Spheroids also 2/10 further than the Eggs. Those two clearly going to be advancing.
And that is the kind of benchmark time that the other teams will want to face, a 4.40. So let's see, Surging Storm, Silver Lychees, Stargazers, and Team Clarity as they get off to a good lead is the Silver Lychees. Look at that lead!
Silver Lychees, not even close. They will easily get advancement, but for second place it was very close. And in the top lane, the Surging Storms, the home team, not able to finish. What happened in that final handoff, we'll have to see, but they're going to get a big DNF. Silver Lychees, and it will be the Stargazers barely advancing in a photo finish against Team Clarity.
Must say, that time though, a 4.99, almost 5 seconds from both of them. So that is not good for Team Clarity, but very good for the Stargazers. As we head into Heat 3, the Salmons, Jade Jockeys, Crimson Company, and the Storm Chasers.
Jade Jockeys, huge lead once again, but it closes up right up to the end. Those three teams very close for the transfer positions, but the Storm Chasers in the final lane, they did what the Surging Storms did, and they will also get a DNF. Marbles really not taking well to the handoffs in this relay, but Jade Jockeys and the Salmons barely going to be moving on. Once again, just 3/10 in it for the transfer position. Very close.
Very close indeed, as we now go to the fourth heat, the very famous Knights of Night, Volcanoes, Deep Divers, and the Marine team. Who's going to get it in this one? It's very close. After the second handoff, it is going to be the Volcanoes, and I believe we have a photo finish for second between the Deep Divers and the Marine team.
We have a third DNF of the event. It's the Knights of Night in the top lane, but for the transfer position, it's very close. Deep Divers barely ahead of the Marine team. That team will finally get some decent points. Will the Deep Divers Marine team disappointed to lose out?
That is the Deep Divers' first top half finish of the season, if you would believe me. But there we are, 3 DNFs. Team Clarity actually finishing, manages to get them some points despite that bad time, as we now head into the semi-final.
Stargazers, Jade Jockeys, Deep Divers, and the Blood Moons. Middle lanes out in front. Jade Jockeys once again hugely, but the Deep Divers come back, and the Deep Divers will win their semi-final and are on their way to the final. Jade Jockeys, that third handoff was not a very good one, but they still managed to move on. Blood Moons and the Stargazers will not.
No, the Blood Moons and the Stargazers, especially the Blood Moons, were having a lot of argy-bargy at the back there. I don't know if you saw that, but a lot of even lane changing for them. It went horribly for them.
Yeah, the Blood Moons, the championship leaders, are not going to be happy with that. But in the second semi-final, Salmon, Silver Lychees, Wishful Spheroids, and the Volcanoes. It's the bottom two lanes out in front, but Volcanoes lose out. Silver Lychees in the final handoff get it done, and them and the Wishful Spheroids will be moving on.
The Salmons, look at that, the Salmons DNF'd almost all 4 of their marbles moving at the same time back there. Absolute chaos for the Salmons, and the Volcanoes will miss out. Wishful Spheroids on to the final.
Yeah, that will be good for them. They are up there in the championship trying to gain points on the Eggs and the Blood Moons up top. But now we are ready for the final. We see 5th through 8th, the marbles in the semi-final that didn't advance. Volcanoes will get the best of the rest. But now the final is where the medals are won. Who will win it?
The Wishful Spheroids, Jade Jockeys, Silver Lychees, and the Deep Divers. As they get released, is the Wishful Spheroids off to a good start. Jade Jockeys not far behind. It's very close. The Wishful Spheroids will claim gold in the relay.
But who got second place? all three of the other teams very close. I don't think it was the Silver Lychees, but I don't know who it is. Between the J Jockeys and the Deep Divers, Wishful Spheroids, great goal for them. But who got second place?
It's the Deep Divers! Deep Divers will claim a medal. Not only their first top half, but 20 whole points going to them, which will very much help them in the standings.
Yeah, they absolutely needed that. J Jockeys also doing decently now, but they will be happy with the bronze, though a bit disappointed to lose out to the Deep Divers. Wishful Spheroids on top, 25 points to them. They will be up there very much in the title fight.
And funnily enough, for the Silver Lychees, that is the second time this season that they have missed out on a medal in the final of an event, which is very unfortunate for them, but very fortunate for the Wishful Spheroids.
As we look at the standings, the Wishful Spheroids with that gold medal, they have taken the lead ahead of the Blood Moons and the Eggs. Volcanoes, Salmons, and the Deep Divers gain a lot. The next event will be the elimination race.